You don't know how to sound check properly, and that's the reason why you think you sound bad. I'm a freelance performing musician here in Singapore, and here's why you might not sound as good as you want when you perform. Number one, you don't know that it takes two hands to clap. You're probably expecting to sound good from the moment you walk on stage for sound checks, but that's not the case because the sound guy is not a magician who can just press one button to make you sound good instantly within seconds. There's just so much to consider, and please work with your sound engineer, and that brings me to my next point. Number two, you're not cooperating with the sound engineer at all. Have you ever heard the sound engineer asking you if that's the loudest you are going for or if that's your show level? There's a whole reason behind that. They need to know what's your loudest volume so that they can have an idea where to set your gain levels before it distorts from being too loud. Because when it does distort, you're not going to sound good at all. And then you complain. Number three, you're probably panicking when you don't hear anything instantly on stage, but that's because you don't understand what the engineer is doing when they ask you for sound check. There are multiple things that go on before they can push out levels for you to hear, so just follow the sound engineer's direction and communicate properly with them. Number four, you don't know how to communicate with the sound engineer using audio languages. Here's what I mean. Instead of saying things like, can you cut my mids or my highs because they are making me sound a bit too nasal or too piercing, you say things like, I don't like the sound of my voice and I don't know why, to the sound engineer. That's just too generic and it kind of pisses them off actually. And trust me, you do not want to piss off your sound engineer. By the way, send this to someone who needs to hear this video right now. Last but not least, you don't understand that human bodies also absorb sound. During sound check, usually there are not that many people present in a venue, and that's why you will think that your monitor levels might be too loud. But when it comes to showtime, you realize that there's a sudden dip in your monitor volume because the room is suddenly filled with a lot of people, but you decide to say that your engineer changed the settings. Well, they could if they didn't save your settings, which in that case, please fire the engineer, but there's a really high chance that you are not setting your monitor levels correctly. So please keep that in mind when you do your sound checks next time. It is definitely okay to have your monitors level a bit louder during sound checks so that you'll feel more comfortable when people start to come into the venue. But honestly, that's why I prefer in-ear monitors.